What if I told you that a simple 2p coin sitting in your pocket could be worth as much as a brand new luxury car or even more than the average UK annual salary? Yes, we're talking about a tiny copper coin, minted back in 1971, that collectors today are willing to pay anywhere from worth up to £75,000. This is the fascinating story of one of the most valuable and rarest British decimal coins ever struck. The legendary 1971 Elizabeth II new pence error coin, so buckle up. Because in this video, we're diving deep into its history, its errors, the telltale signs that could make your old 2p coin a life-changing discovery. History of the 1971 new pence coin. To understand why the 1971 Elizabeth II new pence coin is so special, we need to step back in time to the dawn of Britain's decimalization on the 15th of February 1971, known as Decimal Day. The United Kingdom made the historic switch from the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence to the modern decimal system we use today, gone were the quirky 12 pence in a shilling and 20 shillings in a pound. Instead, the pound was now neatly divided into 100 new pence to make the transition smooth. The Royal Mint introduced several brand new coins: the halfpenny, the 1 penny, and the now iconic 2p coin. The rare error, MIS strikes and double strikes. Some rare examples show doubling on the lettering or the portrait, caused by a misalignment during striking. £9,000 to £15,000, off-center strikes. Off-center, leaving parts of the design missing or shifted. These are extremely rare for £20,000 to £30,000. Planchette errors were struck on experimental copper-nickel plankets. These are ultra-rare, £47,000 to £59,000. Die errors. Flaws in the dies used to strike the coins sometimes resulted in unusual varieties, £60,000 to £74,000. Why this error is so valuable? The 1971 2p coin is the first of its kind. Any errors from this inaugural strike carry immense historical significance. Rarity. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist. Some experts estimate fewer than 20 true examples have ever been confirmed. Collector demand. Decimal coin collectors, Royal Mint enthusiasts, and rare error specialists all compete for these coins. When supply is so limited, prices skyrocket. Condition. If one of these error coins surfaces in uncirculated condition, the value multiplies dramatically. Collectors pay a premium for coins without heavy wear. The result: an ordinary-looking 2p coin can fetch more than the cost of a luxury holiday, a brand new Mercedes, or even a deposit on a house. The auction sales record and market value. Let's talk about real-world values. Over the past decade, several 1971 new pence errors have surfaced at auction, each time stunning the numismatic world. One example of a MIS struck 1971 2p sold for £40,000 after a fierce bidding war between two collectors. Another specimen, showing both planchette and strike anomalies, was privately sold for a reported £60,000. Experts believe that in today's heated market, a pristine error could easily break the £75,000 barrier. Compare that to the face value of just 2 pence, and the scale of this transformation is almost unbelievable. How to identify a 1971 error 2p coin? Now, here's the exciting part for viewers at home. How can you tell if that old jar of coins in your kitchen cupboard hides one of these fortune-making pieces? Weight and metal check. A normal 1971 2p weighs 7.12 grams in bronze. If yours is noticeably lighter or has a silvery tone, it could be struck on the wrong planchette. Lettering issues. Pay close attention to new pence. Is the spacing uneven? Are letters doubled, faint, or missing? These are red flags for minting errors. Off-center strikes. If the design doesn't sit squarely in the center, or part of the queen's head or feathers are missing, you may have a jackpot. Proof-like surfaces. A small number of 1971 trial strikes were made with proof-like finishes. If yours shines differently from normal circulation coins, get it checked. Pro tip: always weigh your coin with a precise digital scale, and consider a professional grading service like NGC or PCGS if you suspect you've got a genuine error. How to make a fortune. The 1971 UK Elizabeth II coin. Not every coin is valuable, but some special conditions and errors can turn a pocket piece into a treasure. Brilliant uncirculated boo or proof condition. The Royal Mint produced proof sets in 1971 for collectors. These coins were struck with extra care, giving them a mirror-like finish. A pristine 1971 p in a proof set can fetch £500, £300, and even higher if it's still sealed in its original packaging. Collectors will pay a premium for untouched sets. Rare mint errors, off-center strikes, if the design isn't perfectly aligned, value can jump to £1,000 to £5,000, clipped planchette. If part of the coin is missing due to a miscut blank, value to £1,000, £1,000. Double strikes, coins struck twice by the press can be worth hundreds to thousands of pounds, depending on severity. Wrong planchette errors, if struck on the wrong coin blank, for example a penny or foreign coin, values can shoot into the thousands. Full sets with the 1971 p coin. Collectors love full decimal proof or BU sets from 1971. If you have a complete, pristine set, you could get £7,000 to £1,500 depending on condition. Graded and certified coins. If your 1971 p is in exceptional condition, you can send it to grading services like in GC or PCGS. A top-graded coin MS67 or higher can fetch hundreds of pounds because collectors fight over pop-top examples. Tips and collecting. Condition is key. Circulated 1971 p coins are usually worth face value. Uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated BU coins in mint condition can fetch a few pounds, typically £200 to £500. Proof coins from the 1971 proof sets are more desirable and worth a bit more, £300 to £400, depending on grade and packaging. Look for errors. Although most 1971 p coins are ordinary, some collectors hunt for off-center strikes. Where the design is misaligned, clipped plankets. A chunk missing from the coin, double strikes or mis-struck lettering. These errors are rare, but when found, they can increase value significantly, sometimes to £100 to £500 or more depending on severity. Proof versus circulation coins. Proof coins are shinier, with a mirror-like surface. They came in the official 1971 Royal Mint decimalization proof set. These sets are popular with collectors, especially when complete. Storage and care. Store coins in capsules, coin flips, or albums to prevent tarnishing. Bronze coins can develop toning brown or rainbow hues, which some collectors love, but avoid cleaning, as it lowers value. Rarity misconceptions. Unlike the 1983 new Pence versus to Pence variety, the 1971 p does not have a major design rarity. Some people assume old large p coins are rare, but the 1971 isn't scarce in circulation. Collecting value and long-term interest. Right now, most 19,712 pence coins have low monetary value. The main value is historical, as the very first decimal p coin. It's iconic. If you want investment potential, focus on proof versions, sealed mint sets, or high-grade specimens. Final thought. The 1971 Elizabeth II p coin reminds us that even the smallest pieces of change can carry enormous history, and sometimes, enormous value. Born in the first year of decimalization, a time when Britain was rewriting its currency system, this little coin stands as a symbol of change. For most, it's worth just 2 pence, but for a lucky few who discover an error, it's a golden ticket worth tens of thousands of pounds. That's the magic of coin collecting, the thrill of the hunt, the mystery of the mint, and the possibility that your next discovery could be priceless.